7,000 miles separate Korea from Mexico, but in Allston, they share a plate. The bustling eatery Koreanos, the Spanish word for Korean, cooks up a Korean-Mexican food mashup aptly named Komex.
My family and I were looking for a restaurant idea to start, and the Korean-Mexican fusion, which just works in ways that we didn't imagine. And we also decided that we also want to keep traditional Korean food as well. So it's a little mix of everything. All the flavors, all the ingredients seem to mix together, even though it seems like a very unlikely concept. But we decided to put our own take on it. So this is a unique concept that we have.
Can I get the short rib casserole?
Sure.
Kim runs the restaurant with his mother and stepfather.
My stepfather, he's worked in dozens of restaurants, and he's a truly exceptional chef who knows how to find the balance and how to really enhance the flavor profiles of all of our cuisines. I told him the concept of Korean-Mexican fusion, and he was able to put it together.
At the center of many menu items, kimchi, which is fermented cabbage.
Some of our more popular dishes include the tacos and quesadillas. We also have the kimchi fritas, which is French fries topped with kimchi. We also top it with cheese, add our homemade sauces, and top it with a sunny side egg, and it's great for sharing. For the tacos, we have different authentic Korean meats, including bulgogi sweet beef and spicy pork, miso chicken.
Feeling adventurous? Try a few traditional Korean dishes.
I would definitely recommend the bibimbap. It's a very healthy dish. It's got 5 different vegetables, and it comes on a bed of rice, and it comes with a spicy chili paste that you mix into the rice. There's also the tteokbokki, which is a popular Korean street food, which includes these chewy rice cakes with vegetables simmered in a sweet chili paste. Allston Village is the hub of so many different cuisines. We have a lot of college students that come here. We have a lot of Korean international students who come to this restaurant. They say it's just as good as the food back in Korea.
With made-to-order food in huge portions, it's a value you can't really beat.
All of our dishes are around $10. We do focus on quality, value, and consistency, and I think a lot of people come in, and once they try it, they appreciate that.